Okay, folks, welcome back to Games Mania. Games Mania Doherty. And as you probably all heard, the latest news that GTA 6 Grand Theft Auto, the world of GTA, that is GTA 6, has officially been delayed until 2026, which is actually a set release date now, which is actually May the 26th of 2026. This is pretty shocking news for the gaming industry and for fans of GTA. Coming from Rockstar Games, so it's been like well over a year since Rockstar Games have put out a statement about the upcoming GTA game. So this has kind of left a lot of people, in shock, and I suppose I just want to talk about it, and I want to try and give my feedback on it and what I think, and what I think may end up happening and why they're doing this. So personally, I think that so GTA 6, like obviously, like it's a huge development. I suppose the good news is that there's a concrete release date now. Pretty much a year from now. We're in May at the moment. So May has just begun. May has just started, and we technically have an entire year to wait. But this does not mean, obviously, if you do the maths, it doesn't mean that the game is delayed for a full year. It's a year from now, but the game was supposed to come out at the end of 2025, like around October-ish, I believe. That's what a lot of people are saying. So it's technically a 6-month delay. So they're doing this because they need extra time, and that's what they've said to people. They're saying that they need in their message, they need that extra time. And I think this is a good thing, because I think that if there's, like, obviously most people will say that you want a polished game that works and runs really well, so they're obviously testing the game and making sure that everything works properly in it, and that's going to take a lot of work from all the team members that they have in the company. So I can imagine that they're under a lot of stress and pressure to get the game right. I think somewhere along the lines they realized that something wasn't working, and they realized, oh crap, we have to actually go back and fix that, and it's going to take it's going to take some time to actually fix that before we can actually put this game out. There's no point in putting out another game that's faulty, or any kind of a game that's faulty, and then have them having to update this for years and years to come. They want to put out a product that's going to be, in really, really good, a really, really polished product, that'll sell. Obviously, it'll sell anyway because it's GTA 6, but they still want to make sure that it's working correctly. So, I suppose the only thing that I find very, very bizarre and strange is the fact that they didn't release anything for the entire year of 2024. Not a single word. And that's a whole year. Nothing in 2024 from Rockstar. Nothing at all, which is very, very odd. But now they're saying, okay, we need to delay it for another year. I think that's kind of the negative thing about this. And this is where I can understand. Even for me, it's frustrating that they would delay it for much more time. You would think that, I think people would have been thinking that the game must be almost ready now, and it's time for this game to come out. But now they're saying, okay, no, sorry guys, we have to put this bad news out now and say that it's sorry, but it's not coming out for another 6 months, another year from now, and I suppose they've dropped that news, and now people are kind of shocked. But I think that people need to understand too that making a game is very, very hard. Games cost more money to make now, and they also take more time because of the graphics. The graphics are so enhanced now that this is next gen stuff. This is like on a whole new level compared to what we had in the past. Like if you go back to the days when GTA Vice City and GTA 3 came out, they had very short time frames between each game. But now, like, it's been 13 years or something going on since GTA 5, and it's a completely different ball game. They have a completely different system now in place with the way that they're they're marketing the game. I mean, they don't even need to market the game. The game is technically marketing itself because there's so much hype surrounding GTA 6 that they don't even need to. They haven't. This is kind of why they haven't been, putting out updates and things. That's what I think, anyway, in my opinion. But I think that they should start marketing. The marketing phase should start kicking in with this game, and I really do think that they need to start sharing some updates because otherwise people are just going to get angry and annoyed. And so I think the takeaway from all of this is that we just don't have any choice but to wait for the game to release, which again, yes, it is a long way away from releasing. You're talking like pretty much a year from now. Even though it's a 6-month setback, say if the game was supposed to come out roughly around October-ish, where they said fall 2025, it's basically a 6-month setback, meaning that the game will, it's 6 months after, say, October. So basically, like, yeah, it is extraordinary to think that, there hasn't been any, like a single update for the entire year of 2024. One trailer has been released. There's been like tons of speculation and hype for another trailer, but a trailer has never come out, or a trailer 2, I should say. Like, they may not even release a trailer 2. That's how crazy this whole thing is. And, in a way, they don't even have to. I think it's kind of weird, but they don't really have to because of the amount of hype there already is for the game. The game is going to sell no matter what, and they probably have it pushed into 2026 because I've also been hearing that they're going to make more money. I don't know how that all comes to play, but there's also been talk, like some people out there say that the game will sell. It's going to be at a higher price, like than the past games. So that's another thing to mention. But like, yeah, the no updates like from the company. I suppose the takeaway here is that, they will have to, like I said, they will have to release this game eventually. And it is a dreadfully long wait, but I think if I was to give any advice to the people out there, I say play other games, focus on other games, do other things to take your mind off of this, because I know for a lot of hardcore gamers, they really want this game sooner than having to wait later. But the truth is that if a well-finished product does take time, energy, and patience. But yeah, hopefully we will get a bit more frequent updates from Rockstar Games. I think that would be nice if they kind of kept us informed. I think the reason that people are so stressed out is because the company is not keeping, their fans or the people in the community updated in any way. Like, there's been a total silence and a lack of information. And I think that almost puts people into a scarcity mindset, whereas, not hearing anything, but then knowing that there's a game that's going to come out, but not hearing anything about it. Like, we don't even have any information, barely any information to go off of this title yet. And it's already been like, a very, very long time since the first trailer came out, like back at the end of 2023. So that's like insane to think. Just a very, very, very long silence with this GTA 6. And I think it's groundbreaking, but it's also crazy. And it's it's overall, it's just mad. It really is, it's mad. I suppose people are just getting tired, with the lack of info from the company itself. And that's what we want. We want a bit more updates, even people say, screenshots, or even if they release something, it doesn't even have to be groundbreaking news like the trailer. But even if they just kept people, on good hopes, that the game is actually going to release and it won't be, outright cancelled or something like that. Well, that would be the worst case scenario. But, nobody wants any more bad news with this title. We just want the game to get finished and be released in a good state as well, of course. Um, I don't know, is there much more to really say about this? You know, GTA 6 is coming out on the 26th of May, supposedly coming out on the 26th of May, 2026 now. Um, it was meant to come out in fall of 2025, which is the end of 2025 without a release date, but now there has been a concrete release date if that doesn't get changed again, or if the game does not get delayed any further, which we all hope. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of the this delay with GTA 6. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Um, Personally, I think it's a bit of both. It's a bit of good and bad. You know, I think if they are working on, if they need the extra time to polish the game and test it and make sure that nothing is wrong with it, I think that's a positive thing. But I do think that they let down people by leaving so much silence. They should have released a trailer. I think a trailer 2 probably could have been released in 2024. You know, or even, even one of the months leading up to now. I think there's been too much. There's been too big a lack of information shared to keep people informed, and that's not a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing for fans. I don't think it's a good thing for the community or anything that's surrounding the interest in the level of interest in the game itself. So that's kind of a negative. But we're going to have to wait for the game. The game is definitely going to come out, hopefully. But they will have to release the game eventually, and they will have to update us at some point, sooner than later. But it does look like we're going to have to wait it out, and that's pretty much it, really. There's nothing more to say. But yes, I am looking forward to playing GTA 6 when it does release in 2026. And I'm sure you guys are too. And other than that, yeah, we will have to just hold out this long dreaded wait. And yeah, that's pretty much all it is. That's pretty much what we're gonna have to do, guys. Other than that, drop a comment down below, rate the video, and I hope you found this information informative and helpful. Yeah, it's unfortunate news when to hear a game as such a significant development or a significant game release get pushed back by 6 months. It is unfortunate to have to wait it out, but this is it, and we will have to wait it out, unfortunately, unless anything else changes. But that's pretty much it, guys. And I'd like to just say once again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and take care.